Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. We are going to practice some math and some grammar, and we're going to read about some more cool animals today. And today is the first day of our ABC countdown. I'll tell you more about that later. Let's see who's here. Hi, Kellen. Hi, Charlie. Hi, Jose. Hi, Emerson. And Penny and Maggie. Oh my gosh, look at all these people here. Nella, Will, Liam. Wow, everybody's here today. Hi. It's good to see you all. Well, kind of see you all. I'll see you all later. So today is the first day of our ABC countdown. That means there's only 26 days of school left because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. So today at 1 o'clock at our Zoom, we're going to make a paper airplane together. So all you're going to need to bring is a piece of paper, and we're going to watch a video and make one, and then you'll have to ask your parents where you can fly it so you don't accidentally knock anything over. Okay? So today is A for Airplane Day, and we'll celebrate that a little bit later. While everyone's getting settled, let's see what we can learn and read about today. We're getting close to the end of this book. Oh yeah, we were going to read this one. It's called What Shall I Be Today? And it's got a really cute little picture. It says, what shall I be today, I say? What shall I be today this day? A dark horse, a light cow, a doggy or a cat, a gray mouse, a blue owl, or something like that. There's so much to choose and so much to be. That's why it's fun to be anybody. What shall I be today, I say? What shall I be today this day? A king or a queen or a doctor or a nurse? A streetcar conductor, a witch with a curse? There's so much to choose and so much to be. That's why it's fun to be anybody. One day I decided to be a fireman strong. I squirted water bravely and I rang the fireplace gong. The next day was a Sunday, so I chose most naturally. Just chose to be a singer, and I sang most gloriously. Another day I baked a pie, another wrote a book. One day I was a fisherman and fished without a hook. Some day I'll be an engineer, some day I'll dig a moat. Some day I'll be a carpenter, some day I'll drive a boat. But what shall I be today, I say? What shall I be today this day? A rich man, a poor man, a beggar man, a thief, a doctor, a lawyer, a commander-in-chief. There's so much to choose and so much to be. That's why it's fun to be anybody. How nice. So sometimes when you grow up, you might become a doctor or a teacher or all kinds of other things. And someone will say, what do you do? And you say, I'm a teacher. But really, you do all kinds of things. Instead of it's not just your job, it's all the things that you do. A baker and a gardener and a colorer and an artist. You're all kinds of things, not just one. All right. This is a good one. This one's called Good People Sometimes Do Bad Things. And I know that I've felt this way before. That sometimes I accidentally do bad things. Good people sometimes think bad things. Good people dream bad things, don't you? Good people even say bad things. Once in a while we do. Good people sometimes wish bad things. Good people try bad things, don't you? Good people even do bad things. Once in a while we do. Has anybody said you're good lately? Has anybody said you're nice? And have you wondered how they could lately? Wondered once or twice? Did you forget that? Good people sometimes feel bad things. Good people want bad things. They do. Good people even do bad things. Once in a while we do. Good people sometimes do. And if I've been to your house already, I probably read you The Good Egg. I think I read it to most people. This is kind of what happens to the good egg. He's so worried about being good and making sure everybody else is good all the time that he ends up cracking his shell, and he realizes that it's too much pressure to be good all the time and to make sure everyone around you is good. And sometimes you do bad things and you just have to say, I'm going to try not to do that again, and you have to forgive yourself. And it's okay that sometimes you might do a bad thing or think a bad thing, We just always have to try to do a little bit better next time and say to yourself, it's okay. I'll try better tomorrow. Right? Okay. Let's talk a little bit about grammar. So, today we're going to learn something called a superlative. Isn't that a fancy word? Superlative is when you add an ending to an adjective. An adjective's a describer word, and you're comparing the two. You're comparing two things. So it might look something like this. A superlative, pretend these are bookshelves here. You can describe this bookshelf as short, or you can say it's shorter. Shorter. Grammar is talking about different kinds of words. These are adjectives describing words. So this is short, or it's shorter than this one. We can also talk about something that's tall. We could have those same bookshelves, and you can describe, you can say, put the book on the tall bookshelf, or you can say, put the book on the taller bookshelf. This one is taller than this one. When you're describing, when you're comparing two things and you change it by adding an ER, that's called a superlative. Right. You could also describe something as longer or shorter. Let's try two lines here. You could say the top line is long, or the top line is longer than the bottom line. This one is longer than this one. Very good. Then how could you describe the bottom line? Hi, Caleb. How would you describe the bottom line? It's short. Short. Or it's shorter. The bottom line is shorter than the top line. So we've used superlatives to talk about height, how tall or short, how tall something is, and width, long or short. You can also use it to talk about things like color. So I have two markers here. Maybe it's not that easy to see. I thought they would be different. But they're two different colors. Can you see? One is dark and one is light. Those are two adjectives we could use to describe them. This color is dark, and this color is light. You could say that this marker is darker than this marker. I would add an ER, darker. And this marker is lighter than that marker, lighter. Very good. Sometimes, so when you add it kind of means more. Like this marker is more dark than this marker. But sometimes when you want to talk about something that is the most, you add EST to the end. So you might say something like this. So one of these is the longest. That means it's the most long. It's longer than any of the other ones. The top one is the longest, and we change it to longest, by adding EST. The top line is the longest. This line is longer than this line, right? But it's also shorter than this line. See how you can use it both ways? So I could say it's longer It's longer than the one below, but it's shorter than the one above. But it's not the longest. That's the top one. And it's not the shortest. This one's the shortest. None of them are shorter than this bottom line. So when we add EST, that means the most. This is the most short. There's nothing shorter than this one. But longer and shorter just mean more. So this one's longer than this one, but it's shorter than this one. Very good. Let's try one more. We'll go back to bookshelves. Okay, we have some bookshelves here. How could you describe this one? How would you describe this one using tall or short? This one, and this one. How would you describe this one? I'll put letters here so we know. We'll call that one C. C is the shortest, right? Oh, it's the shortest one. Hi, Jair. How about A? How could you describe A? It's not the shortest and it's not the tallest. You could describe it two ways. You could say A is shorter. A is shorter than B, or A is taller than C. So then how would you describe this one? This one's what? This one is the tallest. Very good. Tallest. There's not one taller. Okay, we haven't done a sentence in a while. Let's do a sentence. We'll write a sentence about this picture. Ready? Let's write this. Put the book on the tallest shelf. Put the book on the tallest shelf. That sentence is called a command. It's telling you to do something. Put the book on the tallest shelf. Try and write it. Put the book put the book on put the book on the put the book on the tallest. First try tall, tall. The word all is inside there. Then add the ending est, tallest. Give it a try. We can always break words up into smaller parts when they have a lot of letters in them. Put the book on the tallest shelf. Let's stretch it. Ready? Sh, a, u, f. Shelf. I miss you too, Will. Sh, a, u, f. Shelf. Can you write it with that H brother at the beginning? And if you finish, you can draw a picture to match. Okay, ready? Put. P-U-T. Love you too, Will. I miss you guys so much. Put the, we can spell the on a snap. Book, B-U-K, book. We can use look to help us spell book, right? On, we can spell in a snap. The, we can spell in a snap. Tallest, all, right? We know that word all. And then we just learned est, tallest. Very good. And the last word, shelf. Sh-e-l-f, shelf. Excellent. Very good job, everybody. It does look like me. I drew it to look like me. If someone's maybe yelling it at you, like they are telling you to do it right now, they might put an exclamation point at the end. Sometimes with a command, someone might be yelling it or saying it loud, so there might be an exclamation point. But if someone just says, put the book on the shelf, they would just use a period. Very good. Okay, so today we're going to practice comparing like we did yesterday, comparing two numbers. We kind of were comparing in grammar today too, right? Looking at two things and deciding which is taller or shorter. Then we're doing the same thing in math, looking at numbers and deciding which one's greater or which is less than. And remember, we had this kind of crocodile, and his mouth points towards the bigger number because he is hungry and he wants to eat the bigger number, not that puny smaller number. So we use this to talk about two numbers. So the smaller number would go on this side and the larger number would go on this side. If I put the number 20, I wasn't sure that was right. If I put the number 20 here, and that's the greater number, what number could I put here? There's lots of choices. What's one number I could put on this side? Can you type it in the box? If 20 is the greater number, what could I put there? Any number that's less than 20. Can you type one in the box? Can't get the lighting right. I could put one, the number that's one less than 20 is 19. I could write that number. What else could I write? Yeah, Jose says 4. 4 is less than 20. It has no tens, and 20 has 2 tens. Very good, Caleb. I could write 10. 10 has 1 10. 20 has 2 tens. Yeah, I could also write just the number 1. Very good. And 0, I could write 0. Good, let's try a different number. How about if I put 48 over here on the greater than side? What can go over here? Now there's even more choices because 48 was greater than 20. What's something I could put here? I could put all the ones that you already said, right? 10, 1, 0, 19, 4. What else could I put? Now I have more choices. I could put 30 numbers with 30, numbers with 20, numbers with 10. I can always still put 0, yep. Who's got a really good one? What's less than 48? Yeah, very good, Charlie. 24. Did you know that 24 is half of 48? 24 plus 24 equals 48. Cool. I could put 3. I can't put 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. No, that number's way bigger. 32 is smaller. 45 is less than 20. Very good. Nice job, everybody. Now, let me see if I can trick you a little bit. I bet I can't. You guys are too smart. What if I put 99 over here? That's the smaller number. What number can I put over here that's greater than 99? Did I trick you? I doubt it. 99 is the smaller number. What can go over here as the larger number? What do you think? I could put 100. I knew I didn't trick you, Caleb. You're too good at numbers. Yeah, I could put 100. I could put 126, 108, 102, 101. Yeah, I knew I couldn't trick you. You guys are too smart. Yeah, any of those 100 numbers. Very good. I could even put something like 111. That has, oh, Emerson, she found a big number. She sure did. Yep, Penny, 101. Very good. Because these numbers have 3 digits, which means they have a group of 100, a group of 10, and a group of 1s. And this number is only 2-digit. It only has 10s and 1s. So anything that has more than 3 digits is going to be greater than 99. Very good. Like 1009. And Jair's number, how many zeros does that have? That might be a trillion. I can't even tell. There's too many numbers. Yeah, 200. Very good. Nice job, everybody. Let's try one more. So we know that we can show that some numbers are greater than others and some numbers are less than others, but sometimes you'll see something like this with an equal sign. What number has to go on this side? If there's an equal sign, what has to go over there? There's only one choice this time. What's the only thing it can be? There's only one choice. And when it's an equal, equal means the same amount. So the only thing it can be is 102. Very good. Yeah, 102 equals 102. Maybe someone at a grocery store might have to think of something like this. They have the same number of apples as they do of oranges. I have 102 apples and 102 oranges. They might be different things, but that means that you have the same amount of something. There's the same amount of one thing as there is of the other thing. Very good. All right. If you look in your teacher recommended topics on iExcel or your schedule, those are the things you're going to be working on this week in iExcel. Excellent. Are you ready to learn about some more animals? I sure am. Let's see what else we have to learn in this book here. We've read almost all the parts. So yesterday we learned about shells, and we learned about spines the day before, and we learned about spraying. Some animals spray, and some animals have bright colors that mean that they're poisonous. These frogs do the same thing. Look at how brightly colored they are. It says, these colorful poison arrow frogs are easy to find in a South American rainforest, but they don't have to worry about being eaten. A bird or snake that tastes one immediately spits it out. The skin is poisonous. The poison from one kind of poison arrow frog can kill 50 people. Yikes. No wonder animals usually stay clear of these frogs. So that was on, oh boy, my desk is getting crowded over here. I need to get myself a bookshelf or something. So those bright colors, frogs, tell the other animals, stay away, you don't want to eat me, I'm going to poison you. What else can we have to learn? Ooh, this section's called Let's Stick Together. So it looks like maybe some animals depend on a pack or some kind of group of the same animals to protect themselves. So these here are dolphins, and look at all these dolphins attacking this shark. Now, these dolphins don't have big, sharp teeth like this shark does. They have teeth, but not as many as this shark. Let's see how they protect themselves together. Do you help your friends when they are in trouble? That's what some animals do. Some animals try to stay safe by living in groups. Others find a partner, and the two of them help each other out. This is called symbiosis. What a good science word. Either way, they are safer from a predator than if they were alone. Dolphins spend their whole lives in groups. When a shark threatens a baby dolphin or calf, the group takes action. 1 or 2 dolphins swim in front of the shark to get its attention. As soon as the shark turns toward them, the other dolphins attack the shark from all sides. They hit the shark with their beaks until its gills are crushed and it drowns. Yikes. But they have to protect themselves and their babies. So dolphins stay in groups together. Let's see what these other animals do. These are soldier termites. When an enemy breaks into a termite nest, soldier termites call for help. They can do this in 2 ways. They give off a scent that warns other termites of danger. They can also bang their head on the wall of the nest. This sends vibrations. Remember we learned about vibrations? That means something that is like wiggling back and forth. This sends vibrations through the nest, which termites feel through their legs. When they get these messages, hundreds of termites rush to attack the invader. Cool. So they also can use like a spray. And this time the spray isn't hurting anybody else, but the spray is warning their fellow termites that there's a problem. And here we have 2 different kinds of animals. This is a baboon, and this is an impala. Kind of looks like a deer. Groups of impalas and baboons often move around together on the plains. Impalas have excellent hearing and a keen sense of smell. Baboons have very good eyesight, and together they keep watch for enemies. If they are attacked, the baboons are fierce fighters. This helps the impalas as well as the baboons. Wow, that's cool. So some animals stay in groups that are of the same animals, but these animals are working together. The baboons have really good eyesight, and the impalas have really good hearing, so they can protect themselves in 2 different ways, so they stick together. That's pretty cool. Here's some more animals that stick together. Here's a hermit crab, and this word's always hard for me, and I'll have to ask Penny's dad how to say this. I can't ever say it. Anemone. I can't say that word. I just can't say it. It's too hard for me. The hermit crab partner is the sea anemone. I think that was close. The hermit crab lives inside a shell that has been cast off by another sea creature. The anemone lives on top of it. As the hermit crab looks for food along the seashore, the anemone gets a free ride. It also gets the leftovers from the crab's meals. In return, the anemone protects the crab with its finger-licking tentacles. The poisonous tentacles sting any other animal that touches them. Cool. So they have to work together too. Here is an African buffalo, and there's a bird on top. That's called an expector bird. You see him? I see there's some there. Let's see how they team up. The African buffalo has a personal alarm. It's the expector bird. The expector lives on the back of the buffalo. It eats the insects that burrow into the buffalo's hide. When the expector senses danger, it screeches and flaps its wings. If the buffalo doesn't pay attention, the expector uses its beak to rap the buffalo on the head. That usually gets the buffalo's attention. Whoa! So they help each other out in 2 ways. This expector eats the bugs, and if it senses danger, it tells the buffalo, hey, we gotta go. Taps on its head, tells him we gotta move on. And look at here, there's a shark, and this is called a remora. See this little fish underneath? How do they help each other out? The remora is protected by sticking close to a shark. After all, who would attack a shark? The fish holds onto the shark with a large suction disc on its head. Wherever the shark swims, the remora goes with it, safe from enemies. In return, the remora cleans the shark's skin by eating the parasites that grow on it. It also eats the scraps of food the shark drops during its messy meals. Wow, so it's kind of like teamwork. One animal does one thing for the other guy, and then they do something else in return. Symbiosis. Here's the last one, strange but true. So here's a shrimp down here, and this is called a Luther's Gobby. Can you see the two different animals, the shrimp and the Luther's Gobby? How do they work together? A little fish called Luther's Gobby and a blind shrimp are good partners. The shrimp digs a burrow for both to live in. When the Gobby guides the shrimp on feeding trips, the shrimp keeps its antenna in touch with the Gobby's tail. If there is danger, the Gobby wiggles its tail and the two of them hide in their burrow. Wow. Very cool. I love all these animals working together. Oh, I guess there's one more here. One more sticking together. This looks like Nemo. He lived in a place just like that. The clownfish. Oh, here's that word again. The clownfish is safe from enemies because it lives among the tentacles of the sea anemone. The tentacles are poisonous. Any fish that tries to catch a clownfish is stung to death by the anemone. It becomes the anemone's dinner. Of course, the clownfish gets to share in the meal too. In exchange for protection, the clownfish chases away the anemone's enemies. What a tongue twister that is. It also keeps the anemone healthy by eating diseased parts. Wow. How cool. So we can add that to our list. Sticking together. Kind of like we do at school, right? We're often looking for somebody who can help us out in something that's hard for us, and then we can go and they can help us when we need help too. We all have things we can help each other do, and we look out for each other, kind of like those dolphins sticking together. Look at all these ways we've learned so far. Very cool. On Friday, I'm going to send a science activity for you to do at home to think about all of these things, kind of like we did with the houses. Okay, everybody. At 11 o'clock, I'm going to see Charlie, Caleb, Esmeralda, Sadie, and Penny. And if you were able to write your little animal report, you could bring that, or your parents could take a picture and send it to me. And then everybody else I'll see at 1 o'clock, where we're going to make paper airplanes and we're going to do a math challenge. We're going to start a math challenge. So all you need to bring is a piece of paper. You can bring a big paper for a big airplane or a small paper for a little airplane. Any size paper works. Okay? I'll see some of you soon and some of you at 1. Bye, everybody.